Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Of Gunpowder and Brass. Um, I'm glad to have everyone here. We've got a big crew tonight. We don't quite have everyone, but I think it'll be big enough to take on what we've got going for the evening. So I'm gonna have everyone go around and introduce themselves and the character that they play, starting with Robin,
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm playing Lygia Ravenshadow. She is a high elf druid.
and then Mike,
Um, hello, I'm Mike, and tonight I'm playing Sarah Nemonis. He's a blue dragonborn cleric.
all right, and Rowain.
Hi, I'm Rowain Flynn, and I'm going to be playing Madian Gun, who is a fathomless warlock. Oh, and a winged tiefling.
All right, and Melody.
I'm Melody. I play Faye Nalo. I am a high elf druid.
All right, and Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm playing the sorcerer, who's a sorcerer.
Good. I'm Josh. I'll be your GM for the evening. Last time we left off, the party was refilling their airship with various goods and trying to figure out what they would name Harleton now that Harleton is dead. So,
Ex Harleton.
yes.
New Harleton. That's the easy way to do it.
Old Harleton.
Have you guys named the airship?
No, I don't think so.
Nope. You don't even have a name for the group yet.
This is true.
The
I'm
airship is
afraid of
named
what we would name
Excalibur.
ourselves.
The airship is the
Well,
Excalibur. But you are the captain, so
Yeah, we're doing this. It's the Excalibur.
all right.
Okay.
good as good a name as any for an airship, I guess.
You are one of 3 Excalibur airships known to float right now.
One of
What,
three.
three? We better knock out the other two.
That is now my new goal.
I
can be
mean,
only one.
we are in the Highlands. There can be only one.
Terrible jokes. All right.
Who knows, if we take out the other two, we might get some useful stuff.
That's fair.
And we have
Or-
something they don't. We have a completely free workforce and army.
Well, not army. They won't fight for you, but they will.
Look, we discussed this. They can cast fireball scrolls.
That's true.
They can cast magic missile scrolls. We discussed the logistics of that, and you said it was possible. So we
Technically,
have an army.
okay. Technically, you do have an army. There's 20 of them. That's not a very large army.
That's 20 scrolls of magic missile.
That's true.
Or fireball.
20 scrolls of summon.
Or that, yeah.
I mean, I know we don't control the summons, but I mean, we could just summon like 5,000 demons in
Oh yeah, that's a great plan. Please.
So here's my plan. We fly over a
And-
city we don't like. We summon the 5,000 demons and let them plummet to the ground. We fly away and let nature take its course.
I was gonna say, after you summon, you run.
All right. I could see you guys trying that.
And whatever summoning circle you needed to create it, you get rid of.
So, I guess I see about getting airship repairs.
All right. So you head into town and ask around, I guess.
Yeah.
So as you're heading into town, um, basically a delegation from the town is heading up to you, and they say, "Hello, hello, my lord. We've just been informed that you're taking over the city.
Hey
Is
there,
that
we're taking over the city. Someone gave it to us. We're not doing it by force, regardless of what it might look like.
Yes, well, I think you did it by force already, but in a good way? I mean, Sir Harleton was kind of an arse.
Yeah, that guy was a piece of work.
Yeah, definitely agree there. So, would you perhaps be, well, we're under some pretty onerous taxes right now. Would you perhaps be willing to work with us on rebuilding the town so that we could actually, you know, afford to live?
What's your current tax rate?
Uh, 1 in 3?
1 in 3, like a third?
Yes.
That doesn't seem so bad.
We it it is not quite survivable, my lord.
Hmm. Well, we can see about repairing the town and maybe reducing the taxes, but you're really putting me on the spot. Let me discuss this with my compatriots.
Yes, my lord. Would you like us to wait you in the town hall or somewhere else?
The town hall sounds good.
All right, we will all be there. Just to introduce ourselves, we are the town council. The mayor hasn't been elected for, well, Sir Halton didn't give much of a time to doing such things, so it's been years since we've had a mayor.
So wait, you had a lord, but you didn't have a mayor?
Correct.
Huh.
He seemed to be of the opinion that we should just pay up and shut up.
I see. Well, I admire your courage coming forward.
Thank you, my lord. We will await you in the town hall.
All right. So I guess I gather my compatriots and we discuss lowering taxes and rebuilding.
Well, first we need to figure out where we can get the ship repaired.
Yeah,
Because
we're more
that's
important than that.
because that's what you actually went there to do initially.
All right. So as you head into town, you think to yourselves that maybe the dock would be the best place to find someone that could repair a ship.
The giant airship spire? Yeah, let's check there.
Exactly. So as you climb to the spire to the second level where everyone is currently at, which is the first floor, if I remember correctly, there is a large group of men who are basically just lazing about, who look like thugs, just sort of sitting around, doing nothing.
Hey, you thugs sitting around. Where does one go to get an airship repaired?
They look up at you and they're like, What did you call us, my lord?
What? Where do you go to get an airship repaired?
Oh, we'd be the ones to do that.
All right, well, you guys want to get paid or what?
Absolutely. So, to abstract this, and I'll just go with this for now, your town brings in a certain amount of money and basically ability to do repairs and that kind of thing every month. So I'm abstracting that as 30 build points. You're able to use those build points to repair your airship, to repair the manor, to do all sorts of things. This includes the work of your skeletons and like pretty much any working group that you have right now. I'll actually give you 1 extra build point for the skeletons because I didn't calculate them in when I was first doing this, and they're tireless workers. So you have 31 build points per month. It will take 7 to repair the ship. To repair the manor, if you wanted to do that, would be another 30. There's a variety of things that you can invest in. Getting the town guard up to a reasonable level, repairing the docks and fishery, adding a sewer system, repairing the slums which were burnt down last year, all that sorts of things. There's quite a few things that this town needs before it can be a respectable city again.
So we
if
need
the
to.
slums were burnt down, they're now living in even worse slums?
Yes.
So if we give them the slums they were used to, technically they'll still be grateful.
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
Mhm.
Since we have an airship and we're mostly going to be adventuring other places anyway, is rebuilding the manor even something we need to do?
Not necessarily. No, that's definitely a choice that you could make. It's basically if you want a manor where you can host people or hold balls or that sort of thing, if you wanted to follow that route, it would be 30 BP to repair. If you don't want to follow that route, then you're free to do whatever you want. I mean, this is just sort
We
of
don't
like,
have to repair it all at once. We can put like 1 point a month into it or whatever.
yeah, you could manage that.
So
We
this
could-
month the workers go in and just dust the ashes off of the stones.
well, we have 31 points. We need to get the ship repaired. That's
Mhm.
priority.
And all of the copper spiders will also be part of that repair of 7 BP.
So
So if we don't use all of our 31 points, do they carry over to the next month?
Not exactly. In fact, technically they cash out into gold at the end of the month because that's in effect what your taxation is both labor and services and money. So
So technically, if we just repaired the airship and then sat around making promises for a few months and then just flew away.
we would be almost as slimy as the guy we just killed.
Well,
Which
nobody said we were the good guys in this. We were killing him because he slighted me, not because he was a bad guy.
no, but if we do that, you're gonna have the queen and them sort of thinking even less of us than they normally do.
Okay, we'll do what every other noble would do in this situation. We'll repair our airship. We'll say we're making improvements. We'll erect a heroic statue of all of us in the center of the city, and then we'll fly away.
all right. If you do want to erect a statue, that'd probably be only about 5 BP.
How much if we gilded it? Just made it solid gold.
More than you
Cheap.
can afford in a month.
Yeah.
Probably like 60.
What if we just paint it gold?
That would be 5.
Okay.
How much would it cost to at least get the slums back to the way they were before they burnt down?
20 BP.
So it's what is it? 7 to fix the airship
Yep.
and 20 for that's 27. We're almost to our limit.
We could do the slums over 2 months' time because building that amount of housing doesn't get done overnight.
Correct. Although it is with the service of mages to erect it through wall of stones.
That's true.
That's why it would be done in a month if you wanted it to be done in a month. If you want to cash in part of it and then do the next part next month, then I'm pretty sure the populace would still be happy about that.
So if we wanted to appease the populace, they want their taxes to go down. We would like if their taxes didn't go down, so we have to make them like us to keep our taxes up. What if we spent a little bit more money making their slums a little less slummy, and then we didn't change the tax rate?
Like, I think they just want their taxes to go to goods and services that benefit them.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, we could build a socialist utopia.
yeah.
How about this? We make their slums better and we lower their taxes just a little bit so they think they're getting better housing for less money, so they're all happy, and we don't lose that much, just a little bit, and
Yeah, we can
everybody
reduce it to like a quarter or something.
Okay.
and uh, and
But that
everybody's
might
happy.
backfire because people think 1/4 is bigger than 1/3.
That is true. How's the education system look like in this place?
It's not well, I mean, in this town it's basically non-existent. But the people do understand generally that 1 in 4 is better than 1 in 3 for their taxes.
But are they smart enough to recognize the hostile authoritarian takeover?
I mean, they're already trying to send a delegation to you to fix things, so
I'm not saying I mean, we kind of did a hostile takeover there. We kind of flew over the city and shot cannons at their leader.
yeah.
They seem fine with that part.
They were pretty
Yeah,
happy with
that's
it.
decent.
It still wasn't the peaceful way.
But who needs peace?
I don't know
In
why
fact, I
I'm
think I saw
arguing this
one of
because
them
it
miming
was.
us blowing the head off the wizard. So
Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to argue this point when it was my idea to fly over and shoot everything, but you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're definitely not like trying to what would the word be? Raise a ruckus with you guys over that. They would like you to peacefully continue to rule them in a way that would make the strain on their lives less.
Now, is there a way we could somehow improve their workforce or job situations so they're getting paid a little more so it won't matter as much whether or not we lower the taxes for them?
Is there coal nearby? Can we open up a coal mine?
There may be coal nearby. You'd have to have someone do a survey.
Okay.
You could also repair the docks and fishery, the boat docks and fishery, to a level that like was, remotely acceptable so they could go back to doing their primary job, which was fishing and canning fish.
What coast are we on?
You're on the west coast.
Okay, so our only competition for fishing would be Ireland.
Yes.
Okay. Don't mess with Irish fishermen, but it's probably okay.
So how much would it cost to do that?
To repair the docks and fishery would be only 10 BP.
I like the sound of that. Maybe some housing, and we can get some free tents.
Yeah.
How much would it be individually if I was to inquire about a surveyor to look into that coal mine?
That could be done for 1 BP. It would be an incredibly
If
inexpensive
I
cost. Oh, if you
personally paid
personally
for
pay
it.
for it, like 600 GP.
Okay, well, I have noble gold stores, so
That's true.
I could possibly pull some strings for that. In fact, I might be able to find someone already employed under my family.
That's
Why don't we
entirely
go
possible.
do the survey? We have an airship. Fly right out there, get it done.
Well, we're not. Do any of us know what we'd be looking for?
A penny saved is a penny earned. I mean,
I mean, I
Mm,
was gonna ask if a skeleton could do it, but I think that was a dumb question.
I won't say
technically
it's a dumb
using a
question, but
PP, it could be a skeleton. It's
Uh,
functionally the same.
are there dwarves in this town?
yeah, there are dwarves in this town. That's who you'd be hiring to do the work to do the survey for 600 gold or 1 BP.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, hire a mountain dwarf and he could tell you.
I mean, worst case scenario, I am the head of the gun family, so if I could send some sort of message out, I'm sure there's somebody connected to the family who could do it as a favor.
Because
If any of you has a solid nature skill, you could do this survey for yourselves.
I have an okay nature skill.
what is mine? No.
What would a 21 do?
Like you roll the 21?
Yeah,
Okay, so you wanted to go out and do this survey yourself.
yeah.
Okay, so that's going to take you some time. I'll give you that before you decide to stick with that role and go in for it. Are you willing to take the time to do it yourself?
Yeah, I'll take some skeletons with me as protection and go do it.
All right. So
Wouldn't our druids?
No, if a druid wants to do it instead of me and get a better roll, that's cool.
Been
Which-
surprised that my chances of getting a
I'm
better roll than you are pretty
I'm
low.
just surprised that I rolled that well and have like a decent plus
Yeah,
in
no.
nature. I don't know how I have a +3 in nature, but I do.
what's your
And I have a
intelligence?
+4.
High.
Yeah, your intelligence. Oh, you have a +4, Melody?
Mhm.
Then you could try. You have a slightly better chance of getting, high.
I got 2 total, but I wasn't really rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 9 total, so that's
You're just not really into the druid thing, are you?
well. The sad thing is, I also have a +3. I actually rolled a 6. So.
I got 17.
Okay.
Well, apparently our warlock is more in tune with nature than our druids, but I had a feeling we already knew that somehow.
What did our warlock get?
21.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
No, it's just that my dice are not in tune with me. Is the problem.
So you take out the airship and fly off to the hills nearby.
Mhm.
Take about a week of surveying.
Mhm.
and find that you have not a coal deposit, but a silver deposit.
Okay.
Holy, holy crap.
Well then, this is a way, way better idea in my books. I mean, we could also build this.
But I mean, with silver, there's no black lung. Like, where's the fun in that?
There's still silicosis, so don't worry. You get a similar issue.
Don't worry, we'll still have to buy canaries every month.
No. You send the skeletons down to mine this stuff. No humans are necessary.
But we want the
And-
humans to make more money so they pay more taxes.
That's true.
Wait, or we can just pocket all the silver and never tell the town about it. You know what? I like the way you think.
It'll take
Because
more than 20 skeletons to mine this entire silver node.
skeletons work 24 hours a day, humans
Mhm.
don't.
We
Right,
can
but
buy more
skeletons aren't that
skeletons.
bright.
Yeah, we can buy more skeletons with the silver we'll be making.
That's true. You can
We
ramp up
just
your production with the undead.
hmm hmm
And
I'm
keep
a
the silver
warlock.
person.
I see no problem with this.
That's
Does
true.
this
This is
town
the
have a
best idea I've
graveyard?
ever heard. Yeah, does this town have a graveyard? Very pertinent question.
Yes, the town has a graveyard. Are they going to be upset if you start disturbing graves? Also, yes.
Not if you lower the taxes by half.
how big population wise is the town we just inherited?
Or took over.
There are about 50,000 souls in it.
So, I mean, we're just talking like we could leave the taxes where they are, or your dad could pay your taxes by working, and then you wouldn't pay them. How do you guys feel about this?
Here's how we phrase this. We're going to make an even better graveyard, but we need to respectfully move all of the dead so that we can put it in a better place, and we're going to build you more housing where that graveyard used to be.
Oh yeah,
And
they're really fun.
we'll tell you where the graveyard's going to be. We'll even earmark the land and dig some holes and fill them in and call them graves.
Well, we can put them in it and bury them because we want the silver to come out.
And when Jebediah walks by the silver mine and sees his great great grandma pulling a pickaxe out of the back of a cart and going into the mines, he will just be, oh, crazy Jebediah was drunk in the middle of the day again.
I mean, it's going to be hard for him to determine that it was great great grandma's bones doing that.
What is a mine but a hungry grave?
Dark.
Look, you know what? When the mine runs out, we'll blow the entrance to it. They'll all technically be buried, and we didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, Sir Harleton got those skeletons from somewhere. So,
What I'm saying is, what good do the bones of the dead do for the living when they're just in the ground doing nothing? Why can't they have a purpose?
Yeah, we'll only use people from like a century or two ago. You don't even.
Nobody misses them.
okay. How do you plan on getting these undead raised and working for you?
I'm sure we can find a necromancer. I mean, how hard could it be?
Heck, in another level, I'll be a necromancer.
Okay, we need to find some way to grind up the sorcerer.
Question.
Sure.
You have to, any mining operation, you have to set it up and, get everything you need together to get it working, other than the people
Labor.
doing.
Hmm.
So, how much is that going to cost? And where do we find the stuff to do it?
Well, it would probably be, depending on how you want to do it, you could have your blacksmith, your smithy basically build everything itself for BP, or you could pay them in gold. If you pay them in gold, it would probably be, oh, let me check. What would the difficulty on that be? Okay, it'd probably only be like 500 gold to set up all of the parts for it. So speaking of finding gold, have you guys yet turned over the manor? Found any of his vaults or anything?
We
We
went
should go do that.
we went through it. We didn't find anything like that, though,
You
that
went
I
through the
recall.
basement.
Yeah, we went through the basement.
I don't remember you guys actually searching the
That,
No,
upstairs.
Well,
that's because everybody was saying, "Oh, the manor's nothing but rubble," so we didn't bother to.
Just like the front is kind of blown up a little. Like it only ate 6 cannons.
It's like, how much of the manor is actually still standing?
Probably a good third of it, but if you
Oh,
think
okay.
about it, the vault's probably going to endure pretty much anything, it being a large safe.
See, I was thinking we were talking a pile of dirt and stone on the ground. I didn't think there was a third of the place left.
No, like the back third of it, in a just it pretty much ate a semicircle right out of the middle of it, because you guys didn't stop shelling when you went downstairs. They kept shelling for a while, so it did blow up a large chunk of the manor.
Wait, we kept shelling it?
Yeah, you
Guys,
guys,
we really should have told them to stop.
yeah.
you know what? They were having fun.
So
Well, I
that's why
mean,
it
good on
is
them.
as damaged as it is.
They know how to throw a party, I guess.
Yeah, they basically fired until they ran out of like hard shell.
So, when we're flying back to the manor to go take care of this, I want to propose that when we do set up our business for the silver mine, that we name our mining company the Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton crew.
Actually, that should be the party name itself.
You know, I'm open to that too.
That works.
Yeah. So that's the party name too.
That's not ominous or speaks to the fact we're gonna involve necromancy at all.
No, not at all.
There's nothing wrong with necromancy. What are you saying?
Oh, by the way, somewhere in all this mess, I have acquired a large fishbowl, and I have replaced one of the skeleton's heads with the fishbowl, put my octopus in it, and put the head back into the fishbowl so that my octopus has something to live in.
Okay.
My octopus does not control the skeleton, but he feels more in power.
Yeah.
The
And
octopus
more.
kind of puts its eye through that skeleton's
Hmm.
eye.
And more
I
at
mean,
home.
if you give it the rod, it could control the skeletons for you.
We discussed this. It only has a wisdom of 3. This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
I could just see the octopus trying to take over the army.
Yeah, suddenly we're running from the airship cannoning us because it wants to go back to the sea. It wants its freedom.
Now,
All right. So you do arrive back at the manor, and I will need investigation rolls from, well, whoever doesn't want to help. If anyone wants to help, they can help an individual and give them what's the word for it? Advantage.
I got a 5. Does that help?
Uh,
You need help.
Yeah, you seriously need help.
You need help.
You said investigation?
Yes.
Okay.
I got 19.
13.
I got 20.
I cast guidance.
Okay. So everyone roll an extra d4 and add that to your total.
I'll roll for
Okay,
mine.
so that becomes
24.
17.
23.
24.
My investigation is not good. It's a 5.
Okay.
Plus the 4.
Plus a d4?
No. No, without the D4.
Okay.
So the best is gonna be a 9 anyway.
Yeah. All right.
So 2 of our party is staring at some rubble and being like, "Them's rocks."
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I
Well-
found a cool rock.
Okay, what I'm doing currently is, since I'm the biggest and the bulkiest of the party, when we get to the safer vault, I'll just start moving rubble away from it, so
Okay.
you guys can get to it.
All right. So actually for that, I'll ask for an athletics check to try and move the large pieces of rubble out of the way. Because
can
you
do
guys
that.
did find the vault. You also found some remaining pieces of high art, and Robin found a jewel-encrusted goblet that appears to be covered in magical runes.
Is the art like pictures, portraits, paintings?
Paintings.
I
Some of it are
got a-
portraiture.
You put this on the airship.
I got a natural 20, so that'd be a 22 on the athletics roll.
Nice.
So I'm just tossing stuff out of the way.
Yeah. All right,
Grunt,
so you reach the vault. You move all the rubble out of the way of it. Does anyone happen to have sleight of hand to try and crack the
Mhm.
vault?
I do.
And does anyone have guidance that they want to throw on the sleight of handers?
Please give me guidance. I rolled a 2.
I cast guidance, but I rolled a 17 and I got a +3, so I've got 20 total, and then with the guidance, it's,
Yeah, just let him do it.
it's 23.
23. All right, 23 allows you to, after about an afternoon's work, figure out the code and the locking mechanism. It takes a while because it is like a high security vault. And in the vault, you see just a crap ton of coins and bullion. Like, this is a walk-in vault. And there's probably enough money in here to run the city for about a year without taxation.
So this dude was hoarding all the taxes he was getting.
Yes.
Wow. What a shame, everyone, that this vault was empty and there's nothing here. How many bags can a skeleton carry at once?
Probably just 2.
We're gonna need more bags.
What we could do, because we got all this,
Hmm.
We have a bag of holding.
That's true, but isn't your bag of holding almost full because there's a cannon in it?
I can
Yes.
take it out.
Okay. Oh,
I
you
thought
can
the
make,
big
you can make it
hoarding had
tip
no
up,
bottom.
and we can fill the cannon barrel with gold.
I thought the bag of holding didn't have a bottom.
Oh, it does. It has a limit to how much it can hold. It's basically just an extra space that holds stuff.
Although we would be entrusting the sorcerer to hold on to all of this gold.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that might not be the best idea.
When
Yeah, I
have
don't
I
agree.
ever proven untrustworthy?
That's
You shoved a cannon
This
in
is
the
a
bag
whole
of
lot
holding.
protection.
I want to know how he lifted the cannon to get it in the bag to begin with.
No
Oh, it's one
kidding.
of the walking cannons.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
one of the
walked
walking
into the
cannons.
bag. He's walking.
You know what? We could really surprise the townspeople and tell them that they have a month off from paying taxes,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody would freak and celebrate, and we could do whatever we wanted to do because they'd all be happy anyway.
Technically, guys, we now have enough gold to melt down and make those gold statues.
That's true.
Why would you want to waste gold on gold statue though? When we could spend it somewhere else or keep it.
I don't know. I kind of see the appeal.
Can you imagine looking up at the perfect image of yourself glittering in the noonday sun?
And it's like, I'm blue. I don't want to be gold.
Okay,
Or
but
we
why
just-
did you have all of them done in the nude?
Oh my.
It's called art.
You know, since we are, quote, the liberators of the city, it is sort of oddly proper to have statues of us there. But
Okay, maybe we don't make them out of gold. Maybe we just spring for marble.
Okay.
now that I could see.
Yes.
We can always have them transmuted to gold later.
That's true. So we give them like a month off of taxes. We erect statues of ourselves. We get a
We have-
mine going.
We have a big festival to celebrate the fact that we
Took over.
liberated the place.
And
So
when we
if
liberate
we
the
don't charge them taxes for a month, we don't get the production for a month unless we pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. You would not get any BP, but you can pay into your BP with this gold if you wanted to. So
How much gold
how
is actually in this vault? How much cash are we talking here?
probably about the equivalent, let's see.
well, you said a year's worth of taxes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do the math on. Probably about the equivalent of 300,000 pieces of gold.
Okay,
Well-
I'm gonna buy a 9th level scroll of wish. Where can I get that?
You can. There's no one who is able to produce it in the kingdom.
300 grand. 300 grand won't buy it.
Alternatively, so okay, they're going to be really
Wait.
grateful to us if we give them a month off of taxes. So would they be so grateful as to lend some of their labor for the liberators who are so generous to not have them pay taxes this month? Won't they volunteer their time?
Some of them might. You would probably have to roll a persuasion check to see.
Have them work on the slums and the docks themselves.
I mean-
taxes. We can just tell them they can build their own houses.
I
Roll back the
do
building codes a little.
I do have a +7 to persuasion. I could give a really impassioned speech about how they should volunteer their time.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Well, I mean, they have to organize our celebration for the heroes we are first.
All right. So let's see how well they're able to organize a celebration. And since you're giving them the month off of taxes, I'll roll with advantage. And they got a natural 20 with the advantage. The other one was a 6, so yeah. you happen to have one of the best parties that you've ever seen. Probably the
Dang,
best
guys,
party you've ever
this is
seen.
one of the best parties I've ever seen.
I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to take the stage and give an impassioned speech about how they can give back to their communities and they can put in their time and effort to rebuild. What are we naming this place?
We have
Skeleton Land? Because I'm about to go with Skeleton Land, which I don't think you want to happen.
Ex Harleton.
Ex Harleton.
Old
New-
Harleton.
New Harleton.
No,
The
new
town
means
formerly
that
known as Harleton.
The town formerly known
old
as
Harleton. Old Harleton because he's old and he's gone, so it'd be old Harleton.
It's actually just this symbol, but you can't pronounce it.
The
And
town that has yet to be named. Don't worry, there will be a contest
there
to,
you go.
to name the new town. It will be by popular vote. But you can rebuild your city to be even better than it was before. And you will get the satisfaction of knowing that you all did it together.
Let's see that persuasion check.
And rolling.
And the magic key.
Guidance.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, guidance. Okay, let me roll my guidance. One. How's a 28?
All right. Not only will they push forward with basically as much of this build as they would normally have produced, but they'll put some extra effort into it, and you end up having 35 BP worth of, or 36 BP worth of time to have them do repairs to the town and conceivably repair your airship, because they consider that part of their civic duty at this stage.
Wow.
Mostly because
And-
it's their defenders defense thing.
And
Okay,
you-
time to start working on propaganda posters.
Mhm.
Propaganda posters.
Mhm.
And the city council secretly elects you as mayor.
Well, I mean, you guys have the ability to determine who the mayor is. There's a bunch of candidates,
Yeah.
but nobody really has asked about that yet. And
After that speech, they all voted for you.
oh, they don't get to vote. You guys get to pick. The city council is basically just a bunch of comparatively rich people that represent the various guilds, or what's left of guilds.
Well, I think we are safely the richest people around here now. So,
Oh, by the way, you said the city council is a bunch of rich guild representatives. Are
Yeah.
they paying their share of taxes?
Surprisingly, yes. Harleton did
Okay.
not give a shit about you having any position in town. You paid into what he said, or you got.
Oh, okay.
They'll probably
Good.
ask for you to give some concessions as time goes on, but that's just how guilds tend to work. And we'll come back to this whole mayor thing at the end of the break, because it
Man,
happens to be
this
break
town
time
must
right
have
now.
good kneecappies.
I will. I'll see you all after the break. Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Of Gunpowder and Brass. We've had our break, and now the rest of the party needs to determine if they want a mayor, who that mayor will be, what sort of activities they want to go do. Probably set up the silver mine. So,
So I think we should get the airship repaired. Like that'll be one of the things we do.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
I thought they did it though.
oh, they'll be willing to do it if you guys ask.
We're asking.
Okay. So I'll
Um,
subtract 7 BP from your current running total.
And then I guess we go ask the townspeople about mayor candidates? Or do we want to be more arbitrary than that?
Well, if you want to ask about candidates, there are 3 that they put forward fairly quickly. Each one comes from one of the leftovers of what used to be the guilds. Or I should say 2 of them do, and one of them is the owner of the manufactory that used to can fish around here, and still does, but at a lower rate. So that one would be Eric Robinson. The other 2 are Ashton McLean and Miller Watson.
Do they run a laundry in a mill?
No.
Oh.
They run a alchemy, what used to be an alchemy guild, but is now basically just a chain of alchemy shops, and the blacksmith, respectively. Miller Watson happens to be the head smith.
Well, I say either the Fisher guy, because we're going to be putting a whole lot of money into the docks probably, or the Smith. You can't ever go wrong with a Smith.
And the alchemy guy could be getting up to things that we don't necessarily want him to.
I mean, we are going to be dabbling with necromancy. What can he be getting up to that we would get offended by?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but we
couldn't-
shouldn't make him mayor because then he'd be busy.
Hmm, that's fair.
We need him for necromancy, probably.
That's true. He might know some people.
We don't want him in the spotlight.
What'd you want, Furball?
We may end up turning him into something in the end.
I'm not opposed to that. That sounds like a good idea.
Alright.
For the fish guy?
Yeah, but I'm assuming the general populace is probably going to be most happy with him too.
Right.
That would probably be true. So Eric Robinson is your mayor? Okay.
And I was thinking we put 10 points into the docks and 10 points into the housing, and then we finish it all up next month.
Okay.
That'll keep the populace happy because it'll look like
We're
things
doing
are
something?
actually improving.
Right.
And if
They
you guys
don't.
are good, we'll think about putting in a sewage system.
That would be 20 BP. I already
They-
have that
that's-
one on the list.
That's a little pricey,
What?
guys.
Doing what?
Putting in a sewage system.
Oh.
But that's like to do the whole city or just the nice parts?
That's to do pretty much anywhere other than the slums.
Hmm.
They just don't know that while we're putting all this money into the city, that our silver mine is going to make us like 10 to 20 times that much money.
Yeah. Alright, so you have, let's see, I said you had 35 this month. So you've got 8 BP left. There's a variety of tasks you can do with that, but I think you probably wanted to shove more of it into the slums.
Well, I
What
mean,
about,
we're already
like-
giving them a fantastic deal on not paying taxes.
Alright, what do you want to do with your remaining 8 BP? Erect a statue and clad it in silver?
Well, How much are our marble statues gonna cost us initially?
5 BP, the same as the bronze ones would.
So if we added another 3 BP, could we get like encrusted jeweled eyes for our statue?
Yeah, you could probably manage that, and you could also get like some like gold leaf work around the face to make it look more, you know, alive.
Like we're always watching.
Yeah.
Oh, before we do that, what's it gonna cost? Is it gonna cost us anything to do the whole graveyard thing, or are we just gonna be able to pull that off? Or
I didn't know if you were doing that with town BP or if you were going to do that with like hiring a necromancer and doing it in the dead of night.
We probably want to
So-
do
I
it
mean-
dead at night so no one knows what we're doing.
Has a whole dig your own grave feel. Just kind of in reverse.
yeah, but can we find a necromancer that all of us trust, and we won't end up having to defend ourselves from?
So technically you guys never did find the necromancer who was raising the skeletons and specters and stuff on the Gun estate. That castle that you
Oh, yeah. Her place.
yeah.
We never cleaned out the basement.
Yeah, that would possibly be where their necromancer was, because there was a necromancer that was supposed to be there.
Do we wanna go back and offer him a job?
Yeah, let's fly back and give him an offer he can't refuse.
Oh boy, we're gonna fly back over that giant forest that burned to the ground.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's growing back.
Let's take some
They all
seeds that
do.
we can like huck out as
Not
we
that
fly
fast.
over. It's literally the least we could do, right?
I mean, we already did the least we could do, which was just walk away.
Wow.
I mean, we kind of just went, huh, that's on fire. Well, that's not our problem.
But hey, if we throw out apple seeds, we might end up with an apple orchard instead of a forest.
That's true.
Just like thinking ahead here.
See, and that would make the land economically profitable, which would be better for the people in that area, which means we practically did a good deed.
Well, as long as
That's
we
up
make
to
a
see
law
makes it to
against
the
them
land,
eating
that
the
is.
food. Because we can't have that just growing on trees, right?
Hmm. And then we come back with more undead to harvest the apples. And then we open up a cidery.
We're going to become.
I mean, with enough necromancy, we don't have to adventure ever again.
We just become the most evil thing ever created, which is a
People about it. We're being
We're-
productive.
which is a corporation.
Yeah, but we're not exploiting any workers. The workers are already dead. They don't have feelings.
Where is that?
Let me actually point out they definitely have feelings. They're trapped souls. They aren't into it at all.
Look. Can they complain?
No.
Then I don't know how I would know that.
Speak with dead.
Yeah, I can't do that. I don't know that, so they're fine.
Okay.
Until they turn on us.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What are the chances of that? And if that does happen, free XP.
But it's like generally known that it's an evil and bad thing to do to make skeleton soldiers and
So
Which-
it's loosely considered not something that one does in polite company, but like usually these are the souls of peasants, and technically you own your peasants. So
So what I'm hearing is it's fine.
Can we raise the Duke as a skeleton first?
you don't actually have a skeleton of him, you've got an egg.
Yeah, so we got a problem.
Oh, yeah, he was a phoenix person.
Mhm.
Now, didn't we smash that egg? We don't
Yeah,
even have that egg.
we destroyed the
froze
egg.
it. You froze the egg. It's now a gemstone.
Oh, okay. I thought we smashed it.
I thought we smashed it.
You
too.
may have smashed the egg. Did you smash the egg? If
I thought the sorcerer froze it and smashed it.
oh, okay.
I have no memory of this.
Don't
So-
you remember? You like were slowly opening all of the phoenix stuff and leaving them to die.
Oh, he smashed the other eggs.
Yeah, he did that after he smashed the.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure he smashed the
Mhm.
egg
I think so, yeah.
because we didn't want Sir Harleton hatching again.
yeah.
See,
Right.
it is a thing I would do.
I mean, I thought the thing you would do would try to hatch it and raise it as your own and then use it as a mount, but
But he already flies faster than Sir Halton did, so
that's not the point. It's
Yeah, because one
style.
of us could have used it as a ride.
all right.
Yes, but do you want your mount turning on you in your sleep?
That's true.
Which he was slimy enough to do.
That's one of those nature versus nurture debates. If you raised him from an egg, would he still be evil?
Yeah, I just need a Pokeball.
Comes out of the Pokeball. Harleton, Harleton.
or use it. Write it, and then when you're done writing somewhere, you kill it, and then when it
Leave.
reborns, you freeze it again until you need it again.
Well, it's smashed, so I mean, when you froze it, that killed him, like for good. But all right, so are you gonna take the airship back before you get it repaired, or wait the month?
We'll wait and get it repaired and then
Okay.
go.
It'll actually take about 2 weeks for the repairs to be done.
I see.
That includes the time for the copper spiders to be repaired.
Oh, okay.
But
Time to scribe some scrolls.
yeah,
I'm gonna use this time to find a way to make some name tags for the skeletons and start naming them.
okay.
His skeletons.
Uh, the cleric has something bugging him. He's like, those two guys that popped in. Yeah. They look like the medieval version of GQ magazine.
The Fixies?
They were not pixies.
No, the Fixies.
Oh, the fixers. Pretty
The
much.
the guys that were gonna go in and clean up if we didn't.
Yeah.
Just wondering if an overture to the Queen might not be a bad idea, because we really don't want them snooping around, especially if we're gonna open this mine with, you know, skeleton workers and such.
I mean, a secret mine we don't have to pay taxes on is the secret mine we don't have to pay taxes on.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm with
Yeah.
the sorcerer here.
Oh yeah.
showing up to visit the queen every now and again might keep them from snooping around a bit.
So it's quite some journey to get down to the queen, but you could send a messenger if you were of the mind to do that.
Along with the spaceship, would it take that long with the airship?
It would take a couple days by airship, but like I think probably about 7 or 8 days by airship.
That's nothing.
So you could
I'd
do
say
that.
because a messenger would take longer than that.
Yes, a messenger. Well, actually, no. A messenger would probably just take it to a relay station where they would flash it down the relay, and that's done with light. So it's basically a semaphore station. So it would be there within the day.
Are those expensive?
No, no, it's cheap to send a message. I mean, for you guys, cheap. For a peasant, it's, exorbitantly expensive. It's like 5 gold.
Oh, okay. um, I think we want as little royal attention as possible. I don't know the best way to achieve that. If sending a message could help achieve that, we should send that message. Hey, this is the town formerly known as Harleton, reporting in. All good. Taxes en route.
I mean, is that what you'd like to send?
And then we should pay our motherfucking taxes to the queen, and they'll ignore us until the taxes are due again.
Hmm.
How much?
I think this is how this royalty is supposed to work, right?
How
Loosely,
much are?
yes.
How much are the taxes that we end up paying the queen?
So the taxes are actually not going to be due for another 6 months.
Oh, we can rob this town blind and set up the mine before the day ever is, any of the wiser. Why are we even worrying about taxes?
Our mine will be up and operational before that.
Yeah.
We'll have plenty of silver for taxes.
So yeah, is that what you want to say, basically?
Well,
Or do you want to send any more?
I was thinking along the lines of, hello, Your Majesty. Uh, the town is doing. We are making improvements to the town. Things are going well.
I don't know if we're going to say that. If we tell there's improvements, we'll owe more taxes.
Not necessarily. If you were like improving the town guard, then you'd owe less taxes.
Oh, we're improving the town guard.
Yeah.
We're raising armies for the queen. They're not alive, but she doesn't need to know that.
We can tell her.
Emphasis on
Raising
raid.
armies.
We can tell her that we've elected a mayor, and if we show her that the town is actually making progress, she'll be happy. And you want to keep the queen happy.
Right, and I don't know what her opinion of Harleton was, but she's gotta think we're better than him.
We're not bandits. We swear.
That is a question. What did the queen hate Harleton like everybody else, or
So you would have to probably go to court to find that out.
Yeah, that's not an opinion they're likely to throw around much.
Yeah.
But
There are also other properties of the ex-Harleton estate variously around this area. If you'd like to pursue checking any of them out, there's a slaughterhouse town to the southwest, and there's a bunch of little towns variously scattered across that are farming villages. The slaughterhouse town does primarily does salted and canned pork.
We'll have to subjugate them in due course. Were we going to check on that necromancer?
Are
Yeah.
one question:
hmm
Are all of these little towns doing as poorly as Harleton was, or
Um,
worse?
so the various farming towns are probably doing a bit better because his hand wasn't as heavily on them, but the slaughterhouse town is probably doing about as bad. In fact, maybe worse because he does have guard there that are probably actively being dickholes to the remaining populace because, you know, you didn't shell them.
Oh, let's go route them out.
Is any of this on the way to where we were going?
No, so you have to head northwest or northeast to go back towards the gun estate, or sorry, the gun castle. So it's literally the opposite direction. Well, plus or minus a little bit.
Well, I say let's go get our necromancer, get our silver mine set up, and when that's all comfortably going, we'll go um, take some guards out just for practice.
Well, I mean, we can if we take out the guards, we can always raise them as part of our mining crew.
This is true. See, adventuring gives us a perpetual mining crew because as we kill them, we just
Resurrect them and make them our miners.
We're going to be collecting their bones. The name of the party should be the Bone Collectors.
Yep, the bone collectors.
that name may be copyrighted. That was a movie, as I recall.
Oh, so I can't call my little mini 20 skeleton army bone thugs.
You
Bone
can as long as they
Harvesters
aren't in
is more
harmony.
metal, anyways.
So, you want to head northeast after your airship is repaired?
Yep, I think that's the way.
Alright. So you fly over the ruined forest. There's mostly good forest that you fly over, I should say. But you do fly over the ruined forest and scatter some apple seeds as you do.
Did we have a lot of those?
Yeah, you could get apple seeds for like coppers for hundreds.
Oh, okay.
They're basically free. The
So,
populace is happy to give them to you for free.
so we basically just bought a bunch and took
You just got given them. They just happened to have them lying around, and we're like, sure, of course, whatever you need. They also
Okay.
restocked your food and water and rum and all that kind of stuff on the airship. All your cannon shells, all of that is fully restocked.
Excellent.
We need to take to wearing fur coats wherever we go now.
Why?
Because we're rich. We're rich and we have a city that's bent its knee to our will.
Purple suits.
No, no. Blue dragon born in a purple suit does not work. No.
The sorcerer is already in like a purple suit that he found in the house, like in the manor.
I assume we got you what looks like kind of a golden throne as a captain's chair.
Essentially, yes, a golden folding chair.
Golden folding chair.
It's like one of those longer lawn chairs, but it's gold. So he can
as
prop
you're
his legs
flying
up and all that.
over the forest, let's see. Yes. Oh joy. As you're flying over the forest, you encounter a wyvern flying towards you.
Cannons,
Yeah,
fire!
cannons.
No.
My favorite
Fire!
to whoever takes the beast down.
All right.
Give me at
Unless
least.
one of you guys want to talk to it.
Yeah,
You can
give
do
me
that,
at
right?
Is it acting like, is it coming straight toward us, like ready to attack, or is it just
Yeah.
flying?
It looks like it's trying to pick off your crew.
Oh, okay.
Give me at least one attempt to talk to it.
Okay.
Okay, but we're readying the cannons while you do that.
Well, yeah, it takes time to do that anyway.
Bring the ship around. Bring the cannons to bear.
Luckily, the cannons roll around across the deck so they can just sort of move them as needed.
Oh, that's convenient. Walking cannon over here.
So do I need to make a roll to attempt this?
You can just talk to it,
Okay.
or you can try to talk to it, I should say.
Uh,
But go ahead and actually give me a nature roll before you do so.
okay. 17.
Wyverns aren't intelligent. They don't speak anything.
They don't even speak Draconic.
No, they aren't. They aren't actually like sentient dragons. They're just beasts that are. It'd be like trying to talk to an ape.
That's why I was suggesting it to the druids.
Yeah, I mean, if you try to speak with animals, it might work.
Do either of you have that?
Checking. I have animal friendship, but I don't have to speak with animals.
Can we befriend the wyvern?
Yeah, near do I. Wait,
Well,
Neither do
I could try. I
I don't have to
suppose.
with,
For
I
a
don't have
pet.
to with animals either.
So again, we have druids that don't mind forests burning down, and they both don't have speak with animal. Are we sure they're druids? Like, are we like super sure they're druids?
Did they take the Druid certification test?
I've only seen one of them wild shape, so
It's true. But I mean, are druids the only thing that could turn into wolves?
no, you could fake that with the right spell.
Yeah. She did watch an entire forest burn down.
Okay. Well,
Part of it.
I'm gonna try to use animal friendship. The spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. That might at least gain us something, perhaps.
So normally that would work if it were a beast. It is still technically a dragon,
Ah.
so you can't actually cast animal friendship on it.
Oh, okay.
Why not? They're a beast.
No, it's not a beast. Beast is a specific creature type.
All right, just shoot it out of the sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've tried everything else. It's our only choice.
So that's 6 cannons opening fire on it. I'll just...
Does that include there are 2 walking cannons?
Okay, so that's 8 cannons opening fire on it.
Okay, that's better.
6 would have probably
Ben
done
and water
fine.
enough.
Thank you.
Okay, so 3 of the cannons do hit it, each dealing, I believe it's 66 damage. Let me just find a dice roller for this.
The wyvern, and it's 3 friends.
It's a super wyvern with iron skin.
Yeah, that's still 18d6. Good luck.
Yeah, this wyvern actually has ranks in wizard. Go figure.
So it is 64 points of damage that you guys do to it,
You'd,
slamming it heavily in the air, but it lands on your deck. You've dealt a good portion of its health, yes, but it is still alive. So,
yeah,
let's get
they have-
initiative.
they have more than that.
Yeah, hell, Harleton had more than that.
Yeah, we should have shot 8 cannons at Harleton.
We tried.
I did
Saw
so
what
well.
was left.
I got a 5.
Oh god.
16.
We did shoot cannons at him. We discussed just holding the door closed with magic so we could hit him with more cannons.
I got an 11.
He parried the cannonball, if I remember.
He did.
Yes, which is still BS.
It broke his sword, but yeah, he parried the cannonball.
I got 19.
Okay.
It would have probably broken his arm that the sword was holding on to, too.
Well, he was obviously a magical creature of some kind. You'll never
13.
know what kind, I'm sure. 13?
Yeah.
Legia?
16.
Okay. And the wyvern.
29.
No, it rolled a 3. So
Well-
Say 29.
Well, it
Pretty
is,
close.
so 3.
it is injured.
Oh,
So
poor
it
guy's
goes
not gonna
last.
get to move.
Melody, go ahead.
Well, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Aurora of Vitality.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do I'm gonna do Cold Lightning.
Okay. So the skies are currently mostly clear. They aren't, I mean, it's loosely drizzly, but not enough for call lightning to be amplified.
Then I I'll do Moonbeam instead.
Are you sure? Call lightning
Yeah.
does do more damage.
Yeah, but does it work if there's no clouds?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
still works. It's just
Okay.
that it isn't amplified. It doesn't deal additional damage.
The 4d10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is cloudy, it's just not like raining hard enough for it to be stormy, which is what it specifically wants. It's always cloudy. This is Scotland.
We're in Scotland?
Yeah.
8.
Mm.
8.
8?
8. So
Alright.
3 8s and 2d6.
Oh,
So-
one thing that I'm checking. It was Aura of Vitality. Is that a spell?
That one's a spell that 30 feet around you that does the protection.
Okay,
The-
you can only
where you
cast
can-
one or the other spell in a turn.
I thought it was it said the vitality was a bonus action. It said.
It is a bonus action. You can only cast one spell in a turn unless the other one is a cantrip. Otherwise,
but-
sorry, not Lucid, but the sorcerer would be able to double cast, like,
Okay, then,
full on
okay, then I'll use
fireballs.
then I'll use my Scripner, which is 1d6 plus 5. So I need to do the roll to hit, right? With
Yes.
with
Roll to hit.
18,
18 hits.
and then it's a 1d6 plus 5. So I got a 5 plus 5, 10.
Okay. And then it moves on to Lygia's turn.
All right. I'm gonna cast poison spray, and that is he needs to make a saving throw. That would be a con saving throw.
Well, I'm pretty sure he passes it. He rolled an 18. So, and he has +3, so that's 21. I'm pretty sure that beats your spell save DC.
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Are you going to move anywhere, or are you going to bonus action to wild shape, or?
At this point, no.
Okay. All right, and then we move to Maydeen.
Let's see. I am going to Eldritch Blast it.
Fair enough.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right, and then I'll roll the other one. A nat 20, so yes, that hits.
So you roll damage die twice for that one.
Okay, so let's see. First damage die is 15.
Okay.
Second damage die. Do I add my spell attack modifier twice?
No, just once.
11. The second one's a 19.
All right, let me just do the math real quick, because it might be dead. It is not.
Okay. It has to be close, though.
Pretty much.
Oh, no, no. What's this? Another digit is being added.
No. No, it is Saren's turn.
Turns out wyverns hunt in packs.
They usually do, so it's kind of strange that
Yeah.
this one is alone.
I'm gonna walk up to it and touch it.
Okay.
Cast inflict wounds on it.
All right. Roll your to hit.
What? Modifier. That would be a 19 total.
Easily hits, and you do more than 2 damage at the minimum. So you basically rot its face away, and it falls down dead.
It normally does 3d10 of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
So,
It had 2
yeah,
HP left, so if you want to roll to see how much rotting you caused, then that's on you.
I want to do that just for kicks.
All right.
Let me find the right dice though. There we go.
Technically, I should say it is dying. It isn't going to be dead yet. So you could keep it alive if you wanted to.
We should nurse it back to health. Keep it as a pet.
I just did 18 points of necrotic damage to it.
Yeah, so you basically rot away most of its face.
Well, if we keep this around for the necromancer,
Well, having a wyvern around is like the dragon version of a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
So
so it can guard the entrance to our mine.
you
Yeah.
could train it and have it attack almost anything you wanted.
Hey, why do you have an entrance? Guard the entrance. We can have it fight with us.
Well, if you can train it, that is. Does anyone here have animal handling?
Please let the druids have something.
Yeah, I have a +6 on animal
I
handling.
do. So do I.
Okay. At least they are somewhat druidic.
At least animals don't attack them when they walk up.
Yeah.
Nadine still has her suspicions, but
They're a marine biologist.
And suddenly they're on land, which doesn't help.
Yeah.
no, then I'd
Actually,
be interested in them.
Yeah.
so yeah, we could say that the 18 points is non-lethal and it just knocks the thing out.
Oh yeah, I mean it's making death saves, so you could just cast Spare the Dying and keep it from dying.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So do you
So
want to chain it down or do something to stop it from getting back up in an hour and trying to fight you again?
we have chained and such on ship.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're needed
Yeah,
for all sorts of things around the ship, and at the very least for docking.
that's true. So
Or you could
yeah,
have your copper spiders spray molten web onto it, and then you'd cast Spare the
Sounds
Dying a
like
couple
the
more
best
times.
bet. This is kind of like
I'll just chain it down.
Okay.
We
So,
won't
why do
waste
we-
the webbing stuff.
We're going to a necromancer. Why do we care if it stays alive?
Yeah, technically you can make it a zombie and it would keep all of its attacks.
Yeah, like, why would we bother? If
Would
we're
it
gonna have a
still fly as a
necromancer.
zombie?
Would it still fly as a
But-
zombie? Yes.
But what would have more hit points, the zombie or a live one?
Let me do a quick calculation.
That is the question.
Con plus 3, so technically the live wyvern would have more hit points.
So right there's the reason why we keep it alive.
Right, that makes sense.
But could we get custard wyvern armor made?
I mean, you could. You've got a lot of gold. You can get pretty much whatever you want made.
You could technically go to an armorer and get dragon scale armor made if you wanted to.
Well, if
Yep.
we want to keep it alive, it's fine. I just thought it'd be much less of a hassle if we just raised it again.
Oh, I should specifically ask, how do you chain it down? Do you keep the wings and tail pinned as well, or...
Yeah.
Okay. Because its tail does have a stinger on it, so...
Being a
Just like
dragon,
a stand clear sign on the stinger.
being a dragonborn, I definitely am very careful about chaining this properly.
Right.
Kinky.
Kiki.
Actually, if I really wanted to be technical about it, I could wrap it up in chains and like hang it from the outside of the airship and
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good idea.
yeah.
You'll have
That
to
way.
move it. It's a big, heavy thing, but It only weighs about as much as a large horse.
Oh, I got this.
So go ahead and give me that strength athletics if you want to move it around.
Strength strength would be 14.
All right. What is your actual strength modifier?
That's a +2.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to move it around.
So I,
Especially with
so
some
I,
skeletal help.
yeah, that's true. Um, so I wrap it in chains to where it basically can't move, and then I hang it on the outside of the airship.
How are you supposed to train it if it's on the outside?
Well,
What?
you'll have to train it when you land at some point, or get it on the ground or something.
We're not gonna do that while we're on the airship.
Yeah.
That process takes a while.
Hmm.
I've heard stories about that. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's actually generally considered very difficult to raise a fully grown wyvern. So
Dragons, dragons use them for guards. They don't necessarily like to have to deal with them.
yeah, but
Like
I
we can
mean,
just pretty much put it where we want and then kill it every time and then just kind of revive it like we did. As long as it defends its territory, it's pretty much what we want.
it's not going to eat the skeletons because they're just skeletons.
Now it
Zombies
would
maybe, but
now it would eat any other thing that tried to walk by. So you have to be careful around it. But
but if you just kept it mostly chained to the entrance, then and just sent some skeletons to feed it every once in a while, that would probably keep it as a fairly useful entrance guard.
yeah,
I was thinking more like keep it to fight with us. We could use that.
Well, training it to fight beside you would be very difficult, but you can do it if you want to try. Or
I think
can
it's
try
easier
to
to
do it
make
if
it
you want to
zombie.
try.
well, I am still of the opinion where there's one, there's more than one because they're not solitary animals.
That's true. So,
Let's hunt us up some more women.
Well, in that case, don't you think having an unconscious one chained to the outside of our airship is just going to
Tract more.
attract the others to us? Yeah.
Well,
Excellent.
yes,
We'll have more
That's kind of what I'm
moving
thinking.
through it.
Me too.
that is true.
especially when
Although
it
we could
wakes up
raise
in
an
an hour
army
and
of.
starts screaming
Although
at
we could
you.
try raising an army of wyverns.
Hey,
Mhm.
it wakes up in an hour. We just have somebody ready to shoot it back to sleep.
Okay.
Spare the Dying has range, right?
I think it's like 30 feet.
Yeah, I could just stand next to it or on the ship, but within 30 feet of it.
Lower him down with a rope.
Um,
Let me actually check though, because if it doesn't, then it'd be funny. Because you would have to lower him down with a rope.
Look, we just keep him on the airship and we give him a big hammer. And every time the thing starts waking up, he hits it over the head and casts Spare the Dying again. I don't know why we're making this complicated with a winch and pulley system.
Me either.
Just a big hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to keep it sedated.
Look, we're a
It is-
party of solutions, not complicated solutions, just solutions.
It is technically touch range, so you do need to keep it within touch to keep knocking
Big
its
hammer.
ass unconscious. This is silly, but it'll work.
Every time you hit it with a hammer, you're gonna have to cast Cure Light Wounds to keep from cracking its skull eventually.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I mean, you could just hit it anywhere, really. It's 1 HP in an hour, so
Oh, shit. I can just punch it.
yeah,
I,
punch its ass out.
I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8" and weigh close to 400 pounds. I can just punch the thing.
All right, so that's how your day goes. How do you deal with it at night, though?
They take
We'll
shifts. I
take
mean,
shifts.
Does someone else have spare the dying?
No, I'll just, you know,
he can power nap in between, wake up, touch the thing, go back to sleep.
That's fair.
if we're keeping it on ship instead of off, I can just lay down next to it.
Oh, you sweet dear. Conk.
It may not be, you know, a dragon, but we do share, you know,
Some ancient ancestor.
yeah. So I don't have a problem doing that.
We see how you treat family.
No, I generally treat family worse, but we'll go into that another time.
Would he still regain his spells? Like with the benefit of a long rest?
Yeah, he can still get a long rest in there. I'll give it to you because I mean it's a cantrip. I know that technically casting any spell is supposed to stop you from it, but it's a cantrip, and it's not an attack cantrip. There's no heart rushing here. He's just bopping the thing on the snout and returning it to slumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me one attack roll that you can use for your whole line of things, just to see if one attack misses or something.
Please don't nat one this.
Boom, one. Fight delivered.
No. um, attack roll spell wise, that's a 14.
That'll hit, so you're fine.
And the thing's asleep most of the time, anyways.
Yeah. All right.
Probably flat footed, right?
It definitely is flat-footed. So I'll just say you make it through the night and the next rest of the day that you would need for the travel. And once you arrive, you are at the castle, just sort of hovering over it. It's a little after midday. Oh, you guys actually have watches somewhere, so, or one of your people has a watch, so it's like 2 p.m.
I cast thaumaturgy and make my voice a megaphone. All right, necromancer, come out with your hands up.
Nothing happens.
Actually, no, come out with your hands behind your back.
I was gonna. I was gonna say we should yell, "Necromancer wanted! Apply outside."
Yeah. Job.
Well, I guess we're going in there, or what?
Paying a competitive wage and great benefits.
Looking to start undead army. All interested.
You don't happen to sell magical items, do you?
All right. So you get no response when you are shouting down there. So do you want to go into the basement or what do you want to do?
Yep, I guess we're going into the basement.
How long has it been since we were here the first time?
Little over 3 weeks.
Do we think he would still be there?
That's up to you guys.
We gotta go check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I knock on the door to the crypt.
You hear absolutely nothing. It sounds completely still.
I guess I kick open the door to the crypt.
Okay. Inside the crypt, you see a faint outline of a person that shies away from the light.
Hey there!
No response.
Okay, I'll step forward and say, how would you like to build an undead army for pay?
No response.
Oh.
Write on a piece of paper. Can you speak?
No response.
Cleric, do your cleric-y thing. Tune undead.
First thing I'm gonna do is cast light on the end of my sword so I can see what's going on down here.
Oh, your sword glows red anyway, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, I walk in and try to see what's going on.
As you enter the area with no light, or well, before you enter the area with no light because you can see it, there are at least 3 specters floating over a corpse. They're
I walk back out.
okay.
I'm like, this didn't go well, guys.
Specties. Let's get him.
There's 3 specters floating over what I assume is the body of your necromancer.
Alright, well, we could always just go back to the ship and keep punching the wyvern until we figure out something else to do.
So interestingly, while you were there, you did see a staff clutched to the corpse, with a skull on top, and basically it's kind of a spidery design.
I'm gonna mage hand that.
How much weight does Mage Hand carry again?
Let me double
5
check.
pounds.
5 pounds?
Yeah, 5 pounds.
It's a little heavier than your Mage Hand can lift.
Do you also have mage hand, sorcerer?
No.
No. That's the only thing you don't have.
I got some other things.
Hey, what if I send a skeleton down there to go pick it up?
Well, I was gonna say
Could do.
if I cast guidance on her, does that help the mage hand or
No,
no?
it's always
Okay.
5 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
This,
send a skeleton. I mean, are they gonna attack a skeleton?
You
The
can find out.
sorcerer could always really quick write a scroll for this.
I have a scroll for this. It's called Circle. We can just put it around them and then blast them. I prepared it last time we were gonna come down here. I just haven't used it yet. It's right here.
Well, do you want to cast Magic Circle?
Yeah. I'll walk up to him and cast magic circle around them.
Alright, As you pass the area with the daylight, a hand rises up from the shadow and grabs onto your ankle. Or tries
Should
to
have
grab
sent the
onto your ankle.
skeleton.
It fails to grab onto your ankle with a natural 1. And a shadow zips away from you. You actually technically get an attack of opportunity against it.
With my fists? Or can I
Yeah, with your fists. You can
wait?
try to punch
I
it.
have a staff of frost in my hand, so I'll use that.
Okay.
I got a 10.
10 does not hit. So yeah. It basically disappears and as a bonus action hides. Well, you can go ahead and try to oppose that with your perception, but I don't think you can get high enough.
Guidance, and I got 19 plus. I got 23 total.
Oh my god, you tied it, and ties go to the attacker, basically, so... So yes, you do spot this shadow, basically stealthed into the corner. You also spot that the corpse on the ground appears to be moving slightly.
I guess, am I able to keep walking and cast the circle around everything, or do I just get the 3 specters and the corpse?
You would just get the 3 specters and the corpse.
I guess I'll do that, and I point out the guy that's trying to hide.
Okay. So what do the rest of you do while he's doing this?
I come in behind him and ask him how I can help.
Shoot something!
What? You want us to attack something? All right.
Grab that thing! I point to the thing that's hiding in the shadows.
Okay.
So
Okay.
do we need an initiative roll or what?
That would probably be best. Although you're against like one thing that can actually attack you right now, which is funny to me. Okay, it got a respectable initiative roll.
I got a 9.
23.
14.
22.
And Saren?
Let's see. 12.
Okay. We'll start with Madine.
Let me see what save it's gonna have to make. Is it 30 feet away from our sorcerer?
A little more than 30 feet away.
Okay. So it is going to need, when it loads, it needs to make a wisdom save.
Against what effect?
Hypnotic pattern.
Huh. It isn't immune to that. Okay. Does a 14 beat your save DC?
It does not.
Alright. So this thing is fascinated by the glimmering lights that you cast around it.
I'm gonna say, all right, it's incapacitated for now.
Does someone want to go over there and chop its head off, basically?
I
What is it?
It's a shadow. That's as much as you know about it.
unless one of the two druids would like to do it, I will go over and do it.
You do have the executioner's sword.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what will you do? You have the executioner sword.
Okay, I will go over and. Do I have to make a save against the spell? Because that would be really bad. I go over to kill it and end up
You
just
stare at the pretty
standing there.
lights.
Yeah.
It's like there's a baby
Ooh.
sensory video playing on the wall behind it.
Oh, pretty.
That is a 16.
16 hits. Go ahead and you almost certainly cannot fail to damage this thing enough to kill it, but I just want to see what you do.
Yeah. 8 points of damage.
Okay. So you actually didn't quite do enough damage to kill it yet. So it snaps out of its being, control or fascinated, and we'll say that everyone else held their turns. So now it would be Melody's turn.
So what do we have left?
You've got this shadow still that isn't down, or isn't basically screwed. The things in the circle you're just going to shoot to death. I'm not even going to give them turns.
How close is any of my party to them?
So Saren is within 5 feet of the shadow. Because he walked over to it. To, chop it.
Heaps. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, then I will go over and one second, let me check something.
Hit it with a stick.
Yeah. I can move.
Well, on your turn you can, but you didn't know to before she had her turn.
I will go up with my Scrivener and try to whack it.
Alright, roll to hit.
17?
17 hits, roll damage.
6 plus 5, so 11.
Okay. You can tell that your scimitar doesn't do as much damage as you anticipated that it would. Something appears, its incorporeal nature appears to make it resistant to your non-magical attack. So then it's the Shadow's turn, where it reaches out and attacks Melody. I am absolutely certain that a 22 beats your AC.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Alright, you take 9 points of necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 4 points for now. So, yeah. Let's see who's next. Legia.
All right. So let me see if this is what I want to do here. All right, I'm gonna walk up and use Flame Blade.
Okay.
So I need to make a melee attack roll. $22.
22 easily hits.
All right, and that is 3d6. So that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. So even though your attack is resisted somewhat, it's enough to disperse the shadow, which dies. Again, technically. All right. So now you just shoot these specters until they're dead with your various ranged spell attacks, I'm sure, because no one's dumb enough to step into the circle.
I'm gonna step into the circle and duke it out. No. Firebolt too.
Firebolt? I thought so.
And then you can do that. We'll just all step back and watch.
We'll
Yeah,
make bets.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
you fireball yourself while you're in there.
I was gonna say my money's on the specter, but
Yeah.
No faith. So 36 firebolts later.
Yeah, I mean, like, technically they're resistant to fire, but, like, it doesn't matter because you've got, what, like, 10 minutes?
I think it lasts for hours, but I could double
Hours?
check if you want.
What does the circle do, anyways?
It keeps them trapped in there.
how once he stepped into the circle, how many times did they attack him?
Yeah, if he had stepped into the circle, they would have totally wrecked his face. But he doesn't have to shoot at them, so I assume that Rowain also.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
And
Duration
Saren
1
uses
hour.
his. Do you have the Sacred Flame cantrip?
I have guiding bolt, which
Oh yeah, that'll work too, if you want to use them. I mean, you don't actually
Yeah.
have to. The two guys using cantrips will be enough to kill them, so you can keep
Yeah.
your spells saved if you want to.
yeah.
Yeah, but we could set up a competition, like a skeet shooting, basically. A live target shooting gallery. Keep points, extra points for headshots.
Gonna need you guys to try and dodge a little more. I say to the spirits.
Yes.
And my guiding bolt illuminates them, so the
Makes
other
it even
two
easier
get
for the next guy to shoot.
they get advantage the next. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
look at the corpse on the ground and try and see if that's friendly or not.
you look at it and try to see if it's friendly.
Yeah.
It appears to be a corpse right now. It moves a little from time to time.
Time to die.
Do we want to shoot it just in case?
I mean, with our luck, this is the necromancy. We should pick it up and take it back with us.
That's true.
And can a necromancer do magic on himself to bring him back?
Well, if he's still moving a little, maybe he's making his saving throws.
I'll be a necromancer soon enough.
I can cast Spare the Dying on him and he'll have
You'd
one
have to
hit
walk
point
into the
left.
circle and touch it, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's right in the middle of the circle, too, so.
All the spirits are dead now, right? You can
Yeah.
just walk in.
Do we have a druid that can make a good berry?
Yes, I do.
Do we want to have a competition to see if we can throw it into the corpse's mouth?
It's like one of the clown things at the carnival. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
So the corpse's mouth is currently closed, but you can mage hand it open, I suppose.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna mage hand that open and feed it a good berry.
Okay.
the-
So good berry is cast. You get how many berries again?
I think it's 10.
So yeah, you've
Let me
got
double-
like that many shots to try and
Let me double check that, but I think it's 10.
okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna mage berry for as many as I have and
I
check
I mean,
to see if
technically
it
you
does
could just
anything.
mage hand one into its mouth and not throw them if you wanted to.
That's what I said. Yeah,
Oh, I couldn't hear
yeah.
you.
yeah. Get a
Um,
mage hand it open and feed him.
Okay.
You get. Yep, 10. I
Okay.
was right.
Hey, let me get one of those. Yum.
You're not even injured. What are you worried about?
It also provides a full day's ration.
That's true.
We have plenty of food, but you know what? You just like berries. You like berries.
So, and now we can tell the necromancer, look, we saved your life.
Well, we have to make sure it's the necromancer first.
Save my
So-
meals. Give them to the peasants.
You get to work for us now because we saved your life.
Well, we don't even know if it's the necromancer. We just know it's.
Well, based on the staff he was carrying, I guess that's pretty good sign it was the necromancer.
I'm
And-
hearing life debt.
Mhm.
And if he's upset about it, we can just feed him to my new friend on deck. It'll work.
So the good berry does nothing that you can discern to the corpse.
Okay, so feed
Is-
it another good berry.
Is it like past dead?
Well, I mean, if it's dead, then a good berry won't do anything for it.
Yeah.
It'll technically heal it if it's, undead still, but
Okay. Who wants to loot the corpse?
Okay.
Why
you want to
not?
loot the corpse?
Do we want my
Right.
mage hand to loot the corpse in case it suddenly like jumps out at us and jump scares?
That's probably not a bad idea.
I just don't trust a corpse that sometimes moves. Corpses don't sometimes move.
No.
I thought we were trying to get the
Yeah.
staff that's too heavy to mage hand.
Yeah, the staff is too heavy to mage hand.
Yeah, with the specter's gone, I'll just walk over and pick that up.
Okay. As you do so, the corpse lets out a little sigh
Mm-hmm.
and stops moving completely.
The staff was the only thing keeping it going.
The sigh was it infecting you with a terrible plague.
I'm an adventurer. I'm only gonna live another month anyway. What the hell?
Alright, so that staff is a custom staff of necromancy.
Dibs.
It allows you to animate dead with one of its charges, use vampiric touch with one charge, and use phantasmal killer with 2 charges. It currently has 7
Nice.
charges, and it recharges 1d6 plus 1 per day.
Nice.
We're gonna need to calculate how long it's gonna take us to raise that entire cemetery.
Yeah, we have to do it ourselves. Like
We are our own necromancers now.
I think we should swing back by Slaughterton and get those guides.
Oh, those.
Although, one question, does it look like this guy was the necromancer?
Oh yeah,
Do we want to raise him and have a life debt?
like raise him, actually raise, like, the resurrection spells.
I don't
Or-
know those yet.
Can we,
Oh,
Yeah,
can we use?
resurrection spells are considered illegal in the kingdom.
well, really illegal to bring people back to life. Oh, let me guess. You can only do it if you're very rich and pay people off.
Actually, quite the opposite. Well, I mean, technically yes, but you can't do it if you are a noble or of noble lineage. You cannot be resurrected because it screws with the way that basically you have heirs.
So in other
I'm
words, you're
gonna.
not. So in other words, you and I can't be resurrected.
I think
That's
I
Sorry.
need to arrange a noble uprising. I want to live forever.
Well, see,
You
that's
can
the
be resurrected, but technically your property is still carried down.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking of turning the necromancer into a zombie or something.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But then you would try to attack us. I mean, he's a zombie.
No.
He's not going
You
to be able
control
to
him.
think enough to know not to attack
No,
us.
they're under control when you cast Animate Dead.
Yeah.
And the staff of skeleton, or I'm sorry, the rod of skeleton controlling allows you to control any skeleton. It just can't be used to make them attack. So if you get it up as a skeleton, it will stay under your control permanently.
All right, let's get him back on the ship. Wait, any skeleton? It doesn't have to be humanoid?
Let's see. Undead servant, medium or small humanoid within range.
Okay. Well, that's
Medium
sad.
or small. Okay. Because I immediately thought skeleton dragon, and I'm like,
Yeah, me
that'd
too.
be difficult. But
So where they
Fair.
can't attack.
apparently not. It's a
I'm
bit
going to
large.
go ahead and say that you can, with higher levels, animate things that are not humanoids, but this only casts the effectively third level animate dead, so it's not as powerful as you would need.
Yeah.
And even if we could cast it, do it on a dragon, we can't get them to attack anyways.
But there is some. But that means there is something out there that could do it. We just have to find it.
Yes.
Hmm.
So to Slaughterton, or was there anything more to investigate here? We look around for secret passageways.
Well, this is technically my property.
You don't
Well-
actually know it like very well. It's been abandoned for a while.
Right, but I could easily get a schematic or you know,
Yeah, like a blueprint.
Plan.
a map of it, and you know, I can just have people clear it out.
That's fair.
So looting it wouldn't do us any good.
I mean, we already technically would own all the loot anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, onto this town where if we take the guards out, the town would function better and we get more taxes off of them.
Okay. So you head to the town that is currently known as Slaughterton.
Such a nice name for it.
That'll take
They
you
got-
a couple days. Do you want to do
They got-
anything?
They gotta work on the name for that place.
Yeah.
Is
This
this going to
almost
be
best Harlem.
its own whole thing that we want to leave for next time, or
Yeah, so I
are
was
we
gonna
good?
ask, did you want to do anything en route? Because we're gonna basically stop before we get there.
Well, I think our major thing is we just need to keep punching the wyvern
Okay.
until we
How is-
figure that out.
I think we need a
Ow.
land somewhere and train the thing.
How is my wyvern friend at the moment?
Hungry.
We got
But it's-
anybody? We got anybody we can feed him?
technically you've got the corpse of the necromancer. You could strip its meat from its bones, or you could just feed it a good berry.
I give it a good berry.
Yeah, we have 9 good berries, so we might as well feed it good berries.
No, I'm sure that's just what the wyvern wanted, a nice, juicy, good berry.
Right. Now, if we cut the flesh off the necromancer, can we still raise him as a skeleton later?
Yes.
I'm for doing that because that gives us at least 100+ pounds worth of meat to keep the wyvern happy and
Right, we still have our skeleton, so that works.
Yeah.
Okay, so we butcher a human.
Yeah, where do you do this? Do you do this in full view of the crew, or...
I mean, they were bandits.
Oh, and also, technically, you can just have... If you use the Animate Dead ability on the skeleton, it'll just stand up out of the corpse and, like, shuck its flesh.
That works.
Oh,
Can we
that's a
make
nice mental image.
Could we make it butcher itself and use it as intimidation for the crew?
You could conceivably do that if you wanted
This
to.
could happen to you. We will raise you and make you butcher yourself.
You know what? Sure, that's how it turns into a skeleton. It
I
just
would.
rips
I
its own
was.
flesh off until it's a skeleton.
I was just gonna tear it off with claws, but I like that idea better.
So it tears itself apart until it's a skeleton,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow you think that it shouts freedom, but you aren't certain because it's a skeleton.
That's the happiest skeleton I've ever seen.
It's
Just
dancing.
spinning ear to ear.
Why is it dancing?
So yeah, you've got the skeleton of a necromancer and a bunch of meat to feed a wyvern once it's done with this day from the good berry. Interestingly, with that good berry that you fed it, it is not hungry for the first time in its entire life.
Its entire life.
Yeah, wyverns pretty much are always hungry. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you feed it good berries more often, not skip the meat.
Yeah.
How do we get? How are good berries got?
Does it seem any more docile now that it's?
Yeah, it seems quite a bit more docile. It's a little angry at being chained up, but like it doesn't seem to be screaming the second that it wakes up. So
Okay, I'm gonna sit next to it and start talking about it, about the benefits of a raw vegan diet.
so good berries are got by druids casting the spell good berry. So your druids are able to make as many of these as you need, pretty much. Yeah. So I think
that would be go a long way into training it.
It's true.
If it was all never hungry again and it was a lot happier.
Yeah.
You could train
Humans
it
are super food motivated. Like a dog, they're probably pretty trainable. And with these like high caloric treats, I think we got something here.
All right. So I think we're going to leave it there for the evening because we've got someone who needs to work after the stream. Yeah.
But like I said earlier, you don't ever just find one of them.
Yeah, so there's something going on with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone for watching. I hope everyone that was playing enjoyed the game.
That was fun.
And we've got probably more combat than was in this one coming up soon.
Yeah.
So I'll see everybody in a few more Sundays, because I do this every fourth Sunday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing again. So please like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. Check out our Twitter, our Spotify, our Discord. And if you want to go follow our Twitch, we'll be streaming fairly soon. So we'll be doing that on YouTube as well. But if you would prefer Twitch, then, you can go there. All right. Does anyone
And
else have-
next, the 2 games coming up. Tuesday is Mage, and then next Sunday is the part 2 of our Call of Cthulhu General Holiday one-shot.
where we will have a couple more players.
So,
Please check out
well,
Rowain's and Robin's works. They'll be linked in the description.
I'm currently doing the write-a-thon on Royal Road, so my 2 main books are going to have a lot more chapters, and I will be a lot more delirious.
All right. And with that, I think we're good for the evening. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. Have a great night.
Good night.
See you next time.
Bye.
night.
Buenas noches.